typically add-ons, when it comes to breaking stone, it's always like a 3x3 radius. It always is, right? Go to this, go on settings, scroll down until you see the stone breaker, scroll down to the bottom and type in resize. You could have width of 1, height of 2, depth of 1, and then go back inside of here. As you can see here, it's just going to do it this way. And obviously this is going to save durability. So yeah, again, a really nice touch. Oh yeah, not to mention this also applies for custom add-ons. So let's try the Ruby one here. That works perfectly fine. Let's change this again. Settings, scroll down to Stonebreaker, scroll down and resize. We'll do this one as 3, this one as 1. Let's see what this actually creates then, shall we? Okay, so that's going to do it sideways like this, which would be a good way to try and discover diamonds. Another feature improved is going to be the capture cube. They said added an option to use a capture cube on a spawner to turn it into a mob spawn egg. Off by default, has to be done in the admin remote. So this has to be changed inside of this, and related to these. So if we go ahead and, we need to be creative for this. Game mode C, we can turn this on. We're gonna have to find the capture cube one, which I think might be down here. Change mob spawner, hit submit. So if we go ahead and capture ourselves Cal, for example, tap on a spawner, it will give us an egg, and you can replace this, and now it's a Cal spawner. So yeah, it has to be done with the admin remote. So the owner of the world or realm has to take charge here. The double door opening now works with interacting and with punching. So you can now right click to open this, or you can punch this as well. Now this has to be turned on, I believe, in both of these. Let's see if we can find the double door inside of here. So you might have to do this twice. Double door opening, and then you might have to do it inside of the admin controls as well. I think I have to do this twice in order for this to work. Let's find out where this is. Double door opening. So yes, if we go to / game mode S again, you can tap to open, or you can punch to open. Rewrote universal remote teleportation feature. So again, this can be used inside of here. They said that we wouldn't notice too much of a difference here. This is more back-end than anything else, but you can player teleport. I have no friends, so I can't do that. And obviously you can set locations and stuff like that. Teleport 1 created. Let's go to teleport. Go to teleport 1. It's going to teleport me back. Again, just like before, a lot more consistent and improved. Fixed an issue where mining helmets would sometimes not work in narrow tunnels. So if you had that issue, it's now been resolved. They have added a sleeping bag. Lets you sleep anywhere without updating your spawn point. So if you needed to emergency sleep, grab yourself 3 wool, make yourself a sleeping bag, and if we do / game rules, and we do daylight cycle as trip, for example, or time set, we do midnight, I'm able to sleep in a sleeping bag. And what it's going to do is instantly turn into daytime, very slowly. However, if I set my spawn point over there, this isn't going to override. So it's more for emergencies. There's nothing more annoying in Minecraft than having to sleep on the spot and then potentially dying and losing everything. They've added an item to clear nearby waypoints. This removes nearby death waypoints and apparently is creative only. So we'll have to go to game mode C. First off, actually, I need to kill myself here. So TP, and we'll do 150, and just die real quick. Here we go, we are dead. And then I can actually remove this. If you have too many death points, you can do this. So I'm not quite sure how this works, because if I break this, it gets rid of that anyway. I wonder if this is just related to all players, or if a death point doesn't actually get removed. They've added a mega bucket, and it says over here, can store up to 5 blocks of liquid. Now it is made with 5 buckets. Let's go ahead and get this made. We can pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and take this somewhere else if you wanted to, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is the exact same for lava as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought this was really cool. Just a mega bucket. Save you a whole bunch of time. A flashlight was added, offering dynamic light, and can also be placed in the offhands. Made with 4 yellow dye, 2 ingots, and glowstone. open up a crafting table. If you don't see it, tap on craftable, and this is how it works. But it can also go here as well. It doesn't kind of obscure your view, so you don't actually know you're holding it. But if you're in a cave and you just want to see things a lot better, I really, really like this. A chest and inventory items go here as well. It doesn't kind of obscure your view, so you don't actually know you're holding it. But if you're in a cave and you just want to see things a lot better, I really, really like this. A chest and inventory item sorter was added, used to alphabetically sort your inventory or chest, made with gold nuggies, sticks, and diamonds. You're able to make this. So if my inventory was a mess like this and we right-click, it puts them in order. If you have a messy chest like this, you punch it and then open it, and everything has been placed in the correct order, alphabetically. This tool is called a paxel, and this is made using pickaxe, shovel, and axe. It just means that you're able to break things, like you can use it as a shovel, you can use it as a pickaxe if you wanted to, you can use this as an axe. Decapitator is applied, Stonebreaker, and being able to mine things. And this comes in all forms, so you can do this in wood, stone, iron, gold, diamond, and even netherite. It's creative only, but they added a debug stick. Now, this is a feature that Minecraft Java has by default, and how this works is, it means that you're able to tap on items and actually change the direction. So if we change the direction here, as you can see, it's moved. And this can be done with pretty much any block in Minecraft. We crouch, and that's not it. Tap. Why is that one not working? Maybe fences would work. Walls do. So we'll change this to short, tall, and we'll go and apply. You can see here that's been changed and altered. You can go ahead and change the direction of this, as you can see. We'll change this to 2. We'll change this here. You can change it upside down. Really cool. I'm so glad that they added this. Let's try with a sign then. Can we try with a sign? Sign, we'll change it to this one. So, a really cool introduction. The creator said they're making it only creative only, just so people don't mess around with it with other people's builds in survival. Added circle template item generates a holographic to help build a perfectly round circle easily. But in order to make it, you're going to need a tape measure. And I'm going to make a couple of these because we're going to need a couple of these. Tape measures are made with this recipe right here. Once you have the tape measure, you can then go ahead and make the circles, which once again can be used in order to make yourself a basic circle. So if we look down and tap, we can change the size of these. We can make them thin mode or thick mode. We can make them disappear after 1 minute, 5. You can make them disappear after 30 minutes. This is just going to give you a basic outline. You have to look down, by the way, or look up, I believe. If we look up, yeah, either or. But if you look like this way, it's just going to look the way you face. So it will build more of like an arch, which could be perfect if you wanted to build that perfect dome. This right here is an item that can replenish villager trades. It says, used to make a villager replenish their trades faster. Now this is made with diamonds, emeralds, and gold. I really like the concept of this as well. Open up a crafting table, it's called a bribe. Now, this dude right here, I think I fully traded with him. If we tap this on him, he's replenished his trades, and they're also a little bit cheaper. So if you lived in like a really crazy world that didn't really have access to many villages, and you relied on these a lot, this is a great feature. We also have a charcoal block. Works the exact same as a regular coal block, just another functionality right there, which, I'll be used inside of the fuel there. Oh, interesting. I'll be used as fuel. Maybe they'll add that in the future. And this is my favorite feature in today's video, because if we make this, it's called the block inspector. If you hold this and look at an item, it tells you what you're looking at. But you only have to turn this on or off. You can see Minecraft frame, cobblestone. You can see what we're looking at, and it tells us what we're looking at. Doesn't quite work for mobs though. I hope they do introduce that in the future. That'd be pretty cool. But I was really impressed. And if you want to turn this off because it gets annoying, you can just simply turn this off. And another feature introduced is that the trial spawner can be broken with silk touch, diamond / netherite pickaxe. When breakable spawners option is on, this obviously takes quite some time, so you'll have to be patient. We're nearly there. I think it literally takes like 2 minutes. Finally, it broke. So you can take this home with you and put it somewhere else if you really, really wanted to. I'm not doing that again. But that is literally everything that has been added in the 1.5 update. Like I said, it's pretty much an add-on on its own. The creator has done a really good job with this. If you don't have Essentials, for me, it's like the first add-on you have before you install anything else, especially as a survival player. So, yeah, highly recommend getting this add-on if you don't have it, and make sure you update if you already did. They've added an item to clear nearby waypoints. This removes nearby death waypoints of these blocks. Added an option to enter